This is the iPhone 10. At least on paper was the phone I was hoping Apple would make. Wireless charging, an OLED display, badass cameras, and a design that can finally rival the best of Android. Besides from the controversial notch display that the 10 has got, at least aesthetically the phone looks stunning. Face ID, for example, sounded like a gimmick in the beginning, but now what it can do is what makes it different than other phones that have face unlock. And we'll definitely talk about Face ID later in this video. So as I usually review smartphones or basically iOS devices, I try to skip talking about the software because it's basically iOS. But on the iPhone 10, Apple has stretched it out to make the phone a pleasure to use, as with all the things disappearing on iPhones like the traditional home button or even the headphone jack, the software does require a learning curve to it, but as time flies you do get used to it. Software aside, the next big thing is the 5.8-inch OLED display, and I just want to say one thing: beautiful. It's a 2436 x 1135 screen which makes up to 400 pixels per inch, which looks awesome. Now in my Samsung reviews, I praised Samsung for their displays being the best, and this one being made by Samsung itself and Apple taking care of the other things leads to an amazing experience. The color reproduction is awesome thanks to the wide color gamut, and the black levels are really black, which is one of the most incredible things about OLED technology. Now with OLEDs, I was a bit worried about the brightness outdoors, but with auto brightness turned on, I never felt like getting the display being washed out or not visible, as this is clearly the best screen Apple has put on any of their smartphones till date and can finally rival displays from like Samsung or an LG. Even though having a larger display than the iPhone 8 Plus, the phone feels noticeably smaller in hand due to its compact form factor and feels similar to the size to say like a Galaxy S8 or a S9, and it's only slightly bigger in frame than an iPhone 8. Now for me, bigger phones do look a little bit better, but this feels like a sweet spot for every different size of hands, and I really like the feel of the phone. Talking about the feel, the glass on the back feels awesome. Apple claims that glass on the back of the iPhone 10 is the strongest glass on any smartphone, but when it comes to actual drops and battle of glass versus concrete, as glass is glass and glass shatters and is a big fingerprint magnet as well. The sides of the frame of the phone are made up of surgical grade stainless steel. Now I'm not sure what surgical grade has to do here, but hey, anyways, it's there. Especially on the silver one, it does a pretty good job of hiding fingerprints. The speakers on the iPhone 10 are 20% louder than the previous iPhones. At least it sounds better for a mobile phone and does not distort at high volumes. But still, if you want great listening experience, you better go with headphones, especially the wireless ones or Lightning, because there's still no headphone jack. So as I said in the beginning, I would talk about Face ID, and I feel that it has gotten better and faster over time with software updates, but still I would prefer Touch ID as it's fast and more easily accessible to our fingertips than moving your face around lifting the phone up every time, which feels kind of awkward. Camera time. It comes with a dual lens setup, one being a normal lens and other being a telephoto lens for 2x optical zoom. Both the cameras have OIS and do a great job in both well-lit conditions as well as dark conditions. Pictures look really good without being overexposed, and even in situations where there is no light, I was able to see true color reproduction in the photos. Another thing it's good at is its portrait mode, which does an amazing job of getting that blurry background just like you get on a DSLR. Battery life on the iPhone 10 has been okay. It did get me through a day of use, also thanks to Apple for not making their own wireless charger, which would cost more like of a $300 and making it work with any other wireless charger. The phone is waterproof as well with an IP67 rating, but I would prefer IP68 as it is standard amongst most of the Android flagships. The A11 Bionic is stupid fast and sometimes feels like an overkill, which helps the phone to blaze through everything and also helping it in long-term usage. So after all this, the iPhone X is not for everyone, especially the traditional Apple users, because there is a learning curve to it. But what you are getting for the price is really amazing. So should you buy it after a year? Maybe, maybe not, since there's a wave of Android flagships coming in existence with a much lower price point. It's total personal preference. So that's been it for this video, guys. I hope you guys liked it. Do let me know if you're going to get the iPhone X or any other Android device. I'll have a poll up top. So yeah, with that being said, this is Anurag here, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.